And let's get you our top focus story where there's a massive storm raging over Haryana government's latest order, reserving 75% private jobs for locals under the Haryana State Employment of Local Candidates Bill 2020. Highly controversial. 75% of jobs that offer a salary of less than 50,000 rupees per month will be set aside for those living in the state. For the domiciled status, a person born in Haryana or having lived in the state for at least 15 years would qualify. The reservation will initially apply for 10 years. The move has been taken to tackle the influx of migrants seeking low-paid jobs. The Haryana Assembly had late last year passed the bill, which was a key poll promise made by the ruling alliance partner Jananayak Janata Party.
खुशी का दिन है आज कि महामहिम गवर्नर ने हमारे प्रदेश की एक बहुत बड़ी मांग भी थी और मैं मानता हूँ कि आज जब यहाँ इंडस्ट्री से चर्चा कर रहे थे साथ ही साथ महामहिम ने 75% रिजर्वेशन बिल फॉर लोकल एम्प्लॉयमेंट हरियाणा के युवाओं के लिए आज अप्रूव किया है। इससे ज़्यादा खुशी का दिन हरियाणा के युवाओं के लिए नहीं हो सकता कि अब प्रत्येक इंडस्ट्री में, सोसाइटी में, ट्रस्ट में, किसी भी तरह के व्यवसाय के अंदर हरियाणा के मूल निवासियों को 75% अधिकार हो। उसके रूल्स हम जल्द फ्रेम करके पब्लिश करेंगे।
I want to connect right now to my colleague Manjeet Sehgal, who's joining us live. Manjeet, for the benefit of our viewers, break it down. What does this bill entail? What does it mean? Does it also include various MNCs that are right now in a place like NCR, Gurgaon?
Well, Preeti, as you said, the Haryana's new Employment Act now guarantees 75% reservations to the local people who are bona fide Haryanvis. But we spoke to some of the industrialists, we spoke to the opposition leaders who have questioned the applicability of this law. Industrialists are saying that there are not enough skilled people in Haryana. That's why they are compelled to employ people from the neighboring states of Bihar and Uttar Pradesh. If the government is really serious about giving employment to the local people, it should align the industrial training institutes and engineering colleges with the industry. Some of the industrial training institutes which are providing courses are not able to get jobs to the local people. So this is what the industrialists are now saying. They are saying that the state government cannot ask them to employ people at this point because there are not enough skilled people available. It should open more educational institutions, more training institutes to train the people.
Manjeet, does this also include all the MNCs that are right now in, say, Gurgaon, Faridabad?
Well, as far as the existing industrial units are concerned, yes. If they have to employ more people in future, they have to recruit more people in future, they will have to follow these guidelines. So be it Gurgaon or be it the Faridabad or any other industrial area, they will have to follow these guidelines.
When does this bill come into effect, Manjeet? By when does this bill come into effect? And do they have to now, if their ratio is not attuned to this new bill, do they have to sack the employees or the old employees stay? There's no retrospective effect.
Well, Preeti, the governor has already okayed this bill. It means it has become a law now. It has come into existence from Tuesday onwards. So all the industrial units will have to follow it. And as far as the laws and other guidelines are concerned, the state government is now saying it will be issuing these guidelines to the industrialists very soon. But as far as a particular clause in this act is concerned is this, it will also pave the way for the people of other states.
You're right.
The industrialist has been given an opportunity to employ people from various other states if the skilled labor is not available locally.
All right, let's get in a word from our BJP.
They will have to recruit people.
Right. Let's get in a word right now. Manjeet, appreciate you joining us. Let's get in a word right now from our BJP spokesperson, Renu Bhatia, as well as Anshul Avijit from the Congress is also joining us. Ms. Bhatia, clarify something for us. What this bill is now law? Are these guidelines or is this a law? If companies don't follow this, there is going to be action which is taken or a penalty which has been given. Is this, I want you to clarify, so is this a law or is this a guideline? Number two, what about, say, MNCs in Gurgaon, in Faridabad that already have, enough employees and they don't need to hire more? Do they need to sack more, the employees that they have who don't have domicile of Haryana? Can you give us clarity?
Yes, Preeti, you're very correct. This has become a law now, as the governor has said okay to this bill. So it becomes a law today onwards. So the industry around the NCR, say, in Haryana, the main is Faridabad and Gurgaon. They will have to follow. It is compulsory to follow this law. Anybody staying around 75%, they'll have to take these people in the industry. And the thing is that domicile has to be of Haryana, of course. 15 years in Haryana, if they are staying in Haryana for last 15 years, and they have a domicile for last 15 years, their parents also. So I think this is a very beneficial law which has been passed.
Madam, will this have retrospective effect? Will companies now need to sack the employees that they already have to comply with your new law?
Yes, they will have to, because it's a compulsion. They will have to follow this law.
Madam, you are saying MNCs which already have a certain amount of employees which don't follow the ratio of 75% Haryana domicile will now have to sack the employees that they have to accommodate new employees?
No, today onwards this bill has been passed. This has been said okay. So from today onwards, if anybody's joining the industry or anybody's applying the job, they will have to follow this rule accordingly. So within a month or 45 days, this will be an implementation from today onwards.
All right. So there is no retrospective effect. It is from today onwards. Is there going to be, madam, any penalty if a company does not apply to that rule?
Yes, they will have to face all those legal problems which are in this law, which have been framed accordingly. They will have to face this. So all the industries are told to follow this law seriously.
Madam, before I go to a Congress spokesperson, and I'd appreciate, thank you, Abhijit, for the patience. I want to ask you one question. What happens to merit, madam? What happens to a country without borders? What happens to the, what India actually means, the ethos of the country, which is one? What happens to that?
See, when you talk about the jobs, earlier there was a big problem. Everybody was facing that we are staying in Haryana and we are working in Kerala. We are staying in Haryana and we have to go to Bengal to go for the jobs. So now this has been, you can say it has become an easy process.
Okay.
The procedure has become more easier. If you are staying in Haryana, you can work in Haryana according to your...
So, ma'am, regionalism over nationalism, right?
Yes.
Regionalism over nationalism.
It is. Because earlier when we were talking about jobs, people had these problems that we are very old. Children are going to job for jobs to Bengal. So we are not safe without children, or we are alone. There were so many issues which came up. So managing all these issues and studying about all these problems, this rule has been framed, and I think the youth of Haryana are very happy.
Madam, we all know the move is also political, because your ally, JJP, was the one who wanted this. This was a poll promise. They are already in a corner where the farm laws are concerned. You needed to accommodate the JJP is what many are saying. That is why this rule has been now made into law. But having said that, I want to pull in Anshul Avijit. I'll come back to you, ma'am. I'll pull in Anshul Avijit from the Congress. Appreciate the patience, Mr. Avijit. What's the Congress stand on it? Are you opposing it, or are you iffy about it? Because none of the leaders from Haryana have actually come out vocally opposing it, because politically it doesn't serve their purpose to oppose a law like this, does it, sir?
No, let me just tell you that this bill is a spectacular eyewash, just like everything else the government does. It's about nativism, it's about demagoguery. There's nothing else to it. I mean, as you rightly pointed out, the BJP's governments their backs were to the wall following the lack of resolution in the farm laws. There was massive protest regarding that. They had to resort to all kinds of things like arresting people under sedition laws. They couldn't resolve the problem. The farm farmers are adamant because they know that the farm laws are against their very interest. To divert all attention from that, they have done this kind of a nativistic, some sort of a regional sort of ploy to garner, the attraction of the youth towards the party. That's not going to work out at all, Preeti, because first of all, where are the jobs? Secondly, this is all perspective. It's there in future. First, you will have to establish an industry. Then you will have to open an industry after millions of all kinds of legislations. And after that, only can you implement the law. It is all perspective, just like the stimulus that was given as far as infrastructure was concerned in the budget. It's not going to happen right now. Our demand all along, as far as even the budget was concerned, following the pandemic, was give some kind of a fiscal stimulus right now to help the people, not this huge kind of supply side infrastructural boost that will take years to realize. First of all, there'll be clearances to have met. Then, industries have to be passed, land has to be given, and then finally you get the job, and then money comes in the hands of the youth. This is going to take years. You can understand that that is not the intention at all. Okay. The intention is merely a short-term cover-up to make up for their lack of success in farm laws and everything else. The economy has been run to the ground. In the past couple of years, in the past 6 years in particular.
Mr. Abhijit, may I ask you one question? Let's come down to the brass tacks of it all. Where does the Congress stand on the basic premise of this law? Do you agree in principle that this law is right, 70%, 75% reservation for domicile? In principle, let's forget about farm laws, let's forget about where the economy is, let's forget about whether there are jobs or not. Does the Congress in principle stand or oppose the fact that 75% reservation for domicile should be there in Haryana?
No, look, in many states, Preeti, it has been a policy to help people who are residing in the states. That comes in reservations in educational institutions of all categories and including jobs as well. So it is not unusual to have reservations in jobs in particular states if they wish it so. I mean, there is nothing that says that that can't happen. But our moot point is, this is a complete eyewash.
Okay.
It is not.
So in principle,
it is not taking away. It is not taking away from the problem itself, which is unemployment and lack of money with the people today.
Fair point. But Mr. Abhijit, I just want to clarify for the benefit of our viewers, the Congress in principle agrees that there is nothing wrong with this law, but it is an eyewash as per the Congress because there are no jobs, right?
Well, there are a number of people. Look, the law has just come out. There was lack of clarity even in the honorable counterparts, so assessment of the law. One has to read it very carefully. One hasn't gone through all the nitty-gritties of the law. So I can't answer on that behalf. All I know is, broadly speaking, I'm making a political point, not a technical one. I'm making the point that at this moment, this is a complete diversionary tactic by the government who have failed on all accounts, particularly the economy.
Sir, you've made a political point. It was a political question that was asked because there was a bit of, nobody was quite clear where the Congress stood. But having said that, if you even look, neither have any of your leaders from Haryana come out and oppose this law in principle. Eyewash, all of that is rhetoric. In principle, it seems that your party stands where the law is concerned. But I'll come back to that later. I want to cut across to Ms. Bhatia. Ms. Bhatia, tell me something. Why did the BJP oppose when Mr. Kejriwal wanted domicile for the students of Delhi? Mr. Kejriwal had said that where colleges in Delhi are concerned should not be open to all, should have 80% domicile for students who live in Delhi, studied in Delhi. Your party, madam, in Delhi took to the streets, protesting against this idea of Arvind Kejriwal. What exactly are you doing in Haryana? Exactly the same thing. Hypocrisy, sir, madam?
I think, Preeti, there are two different lines for this. One is job working to the industries, and second is students. I think two different lines you have combined. And I would like to say about my dear spokesperson friend from Congress. Before your debate, I was continuously on three debates where Congress people had said one line. I think they had given a party line or whatever it was. They said this was a rule formed by Congress in past years. So now I am confused with my friend's words. If it was a rule passed by you in last few years, what if we pass it and we manage it to make it a law now? Why they say it's eyewash and so many other things? What is the sense of all this? And I think the local people of Haryana, they are more happier. They said what Congress couldn't do, BJP has done it. So I think...
Madam,
BJP
tell me
has
something,
done a
because I have
very-
little time. I understand. Okay, you said that the Congress itself said they wanted to propose a law. I mean, go back to Mr.
Yes.
Abhijit on that account. I want to ask you one question. You say I mixed up two things where, colleges and students and jobs are concerned. Do tell me, madam, tomorrow if Mr. Kejriwal comes up with a law which says 75% reservation for all private companies in Delhi and have the same law as yours, will the BJP stand with the Aam Aadmi Party on that, in principle?
See, when we talk about working procedures, people had faced these problems that they
So
were
in
saying
Delhi, ma'am, they face the
Bengal-
same problem. So you should be on the same line where the Delhi government is concerned. 75% reservation for Delhiites who have proven domicile exactly your rules in Delhi. You'd be okay with that?
See, what the system has to follow those things which public wants. Now, if
Okay.
Delhi people want to do that, they will have to follow. And I think Haryana people are more happier. They are benefited with this law. And I think in further future days,
Okay.
the industry will also run very
Mr.
good
Abhijit,
because
what's
they will
really
have
interesting
local
is because both of you stand on the same sides, and what happens, to the great theory of India of being a melting pot. Let's all stick to our states, work in our states, study in our states.
I'm not a votary of nativism at all. And the other question that was raised was, the Congress supported this kind of a law right in the beginning. Now, let me just tell you that the bill has just become a law. One has to read it clause by clause to understand. I mean, as you can understand, there was complete lack of clarity as shown by the program itself. Of what the law entails and how it may be different or how similar to what the Congress demanded. From the surface of the law, I can make out it's a prospective law. It is only there for the future, and therefore, at a time when the industry gets set up, and jobs are promised, it becomes a complete eyewash to that extent. It's just catering to, it's just demagoguery is what I can say at the moment.
Demagoguery, rhetoric, but let's just come down to the basics of it all. Both of you stand on the same line. Both of you do support where this law is concerned, which is the Congress and the BJP. What happens to the ethos of India? What happens to a country without borders? What happens to a child who studies in Delhi and wants to work in Maharashtra, in Haryana? Will this now set a precedent where each and every state will look at domicile? 75%. Let that sink. Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.